Welcome to Storytime with Pr Chantell. Our story today comes from the Story for Children. We continue Storytime today with Chapter 10, Messages from God. I prayed for this child. The Lord has given me what I asked him for. 1 Samuel 1:27. The Israelites settled in the land of Canaan, the land that God had promised them. Every year the faithful Israelites traveled to the city of Shiloh to visit the tabernacle where they could feel God's presence. There they worshiped the Lord Almighty. Year after year, a woman named Hannah went to Shiloh with her husband and prayed that God would bless her with a child. The listeners, 1 Samuel 1 and 3. One day when Hannah was praying in the tabernacle, a priest named Eli saw her. She prayed so hard that tears rolled down her cheeks. Someday, dear Heavenly Father, please give me a child of my own. God listened to Hannah's request for a child. He felt compassion for her and answered her prayer. He sent her a son named Samuel. Hannah's heart was so full of joy. She was grateful that God listened to her prayers. When Samuel was no longer a baby, Hannah took him to Eli at the tabernacle. "Do you remember me?" she asked Eli. "I prayed for this child," said the mother, "and God answered my prayer. I promised God that Samuel would serve him all his life, so I have brought him here to you." Eli knelt down and took the boy's hand. "I will teach him all I know about God, so he will live for God all his days." Hannah left her son in the care of the priest. Each year she visited Samuel and brought him a new handmade coat. Samuel lived in the temple with Eli. He learned his lessons well and came to love God with all his heart. One night while sleeping, Samuel heard a voice calling his name. The boy thought it was Eli, so he got up and went to him. Eli said, "I did not call you. Go back to bed." A little while later, Samuel heard a voice calling his name. "Samuel! Samuel!" He ran to Eli's bedside. "I did not call you," said the weary priest. "Go back to bed." A third time Samuel's name was called. A third time he went to Eli. Now Eli realized what was happening. "God is calling you, Samuel. If he calls again, say, 'Speak, Lord, I'm ready to listen.'" Samuel obeyed. He crawled back into bed and waited and listened. "Samuel! Samuel!" This time the boy didn't go to Eli. Instead he answered the voice. "Speak, Lord. I am your servant. I'm ready to listen." God told Samuel about things that would happen in the days ahead. Samuel listened carefully. From that night on, God spoke clearly to Samuel. As he grew up, Samuel respected his heavenly Father's words and directions, and the people of Israel knew that Samuel was a good man of God. God's message for us today. Be still and listen. I am calling your name. My people need a strong new leader. I have chosen you. You will be a wise prophet for them. Through you, they will hear my words and follow.